Hey everybody, this is Peter Palmiotti of Human Studio, and this is episode 73. Welcome. If you're new here, I have been working in comics since 1991, mostly as an inker, now working on a bunch of my own books as well as working for other people. This particular book in front of you is Retro Issue 1, which I'm inking in the process of. And I recently got an art rep called the Legendary Illustrations. Philip Russert is the man in charge. And let me show you this. Okay, so Philip's got a show at 1, so right now it's 12:25 my time, and I'm not going to go too long because I want to go watch it myself as I work and see how well he does. Because he's representing me as well as I think a large group at this point of other artists. And if you want me to ink your comic, for me to do a commission, or for me to, if you want to buy like comic pages I've worked on and stuff, you go to him. Or Legendary Illustrations in particular. And also tonight, later today and tonight, I'll be live streaming with Enrique Lopez on his show, Inking with QQ, I believe it's pronounced. And I gave him a piece of artwork, and we're both going to be inking the same piece. So that should be a lot of fun as we chat about art, comics, and everything else. So excited about that. So let me do away with that. Well, here, if you didn't know already, like this video, share it with your friends, follow, which means subscribe, is what you do on YouTube. Comment. Currently having an ongoing contest of sorts, where if you comment below the video after the live stream, I pick your name out of however many comments are there, and you win a piece of my artwork. I'll be drawing a bunch of retro pieces. There's been 3 winners thus far, unless I'm mistaken. I'm trying to keep track of everything I got going on. And yeah, I got a list, and I'll put it up next time probably. Of the people who won thus far, and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss a stream. I'll have a better way in the future. There's so much I want to do, so much I want to start up and get into, and it's been a rough year if you haven't been following along. With the pandemic and all that. Come on, Quill, work. But things have like freaking turned around in the last week. It's gonna take a while for it to be really effective. I'm still hanging on by the seat of my pants. But things are definitely looking up. There's real possibilities of some decent work coming my way. I'm freaking excited, and I'm gonna have to make some changes. I might once again put my cats in a foster home, because I got too much freaking work, and I can't I just living in a small apartment. It's hard for me to manage. Um, so yeah, don't love doing that. I've done it before. Um, but in order to really not only just get on top of the work I already have, but do a lot of business I've been, sort of itching to dive into, um, as well as, get on top of my own project here, and just tons of stuff going on. But it's all good. Ba, ba, ba. So yeah, I hope you've been watching my videos as they happen. Um, I definitely plan to stream a lot more again. I didn't imagine that I would take a break as I have this past week, but yeah, just so much going on, not only today, but just in general. And life challenges and all that. Um, I will mention, like, okay, so I have, if you didn't already know, I have a lot of links below the video and video description box. And I have more links in, what's happening? I have more links in my link tree, which you can go find a link to that below. But I'm going to be updating that. I want to see what projects are live, and maybe I might reinvent the way I'm doing that. We shall see, because I don't want like 1,000 links below. There's better ways of doing that. Don't have a website yet, but another one of the million things I gotta get going on. But the main gist of this episode is shifting gears, and what that means. I'm getting this weird message, but it doesn't matter. Shifting gears is something I've been dying to do. So, throughout the years, I've taken on day jobs, and there's not, it's totally respectable to have a day job and work on comics and art on the side. And I've done that, and I've obviously also done where I'm working on other people's projects, and I foresee myself doing that, continuing. But I just want to get to the point where I'm making enough, doing everything I'm doing, and I can really shift into high gear working on my own projects. One of the things I mentioned not too long ago is that somebody wanted me to write a trilogy, and until I'm told otherwise, I believe that's still somewhere down the line. But unfortunately, the person wants me to do that. Unfortunately, lost his wife to cancer, and obviously not the time to be worrying about a project. He's got a couple of kids, and family takes priority. But I've had some recent opportunities and possibilities right now of more. Um, so I'll be able to shift, and I consider it just more high gear into having a regular schedule and a real focus to what I'm doing. And that's my ultimate dream, is to just be making progress on my own projects and writing, and I'm going to be penciling, but I'll also be inking a bunch of the books of my own label that I'll be putting out. Um, really excited to be working with a lot of the artists I have lined up that I've talked with over the past couple of years. Some have started their books. I got the next queued up. But I'm a ways away from really doing it full force. Obviously, I want to get the first issue of Retro done and out. That's looking like early next year. And why are you doing that wacky thing, my camera? So yeah, so where I can have enough income to where not only not worried about week to week bills, actually have extra money where I can start saving up and eventually move out of here and, fingers crossed, rent a home, an actual home. I'm whatever I am, late 50s, 57. Early next year I'll be 58, so we're already talking for probably 58. I think it's time I settle in enough to where I actually, at least renting a home. And with that brings a lot more possibilities. I'll be able to set up Dream Studio, and really go to town and get a lot more work done. Probably my favorite setup throughout the years was when, not too long ago, when I was engaged to my girlfriend Lisa, and we had a place together, and it was probably the biggest apartment I've had. And I had a separate room that was my studio, even though together at the time we had, I have 2 cats here, but we had more cats there. I'm not sure how many, 5 or 7 or whatever. Some came and went, whatever. But yeah, to be able to have a room that I can call my own studio and really set it up right, and really become more and more effective at doing the business that I do. But it also means spending less time on, I don't want to say nonsense, but just more focused on what I want to achieve, and the different ways in which I will do that. I'm really excited about that. That alone is an opportunity to do a lot of work and get focused on improving my skills and just get into a real regular rhythm. I've always been good about, whether when I was in school or when I had a day job, of keeping a consistent schedule. And yes, it's a lot harder when you're running your own business. But between computers and the, things available to us online, um, it's really astounding what you can accomplish. And I've only been tapping the surface of all that. So excited. Um, Man, oh man, it's just been crazy busy. Um, like I said, like today's busy. Today's also my friend Lucifer Storm, who actually I have to check into it. Me and Lucifer and Abel Parsons are doing a story for an anthology. Touch base with the guys and see what's happening with that. But Lucifer Storm has, or Fue Storm, as he's mostly known as, has his book live on Indiegogo today. And now, of course, I'm blanking because I just saw it before I went live, and I got a lot of other things on my mind, but so forgive me. But that's actually one of the links I want to add to my list of growing links. Like my friend Ryan Wynn had his project Hamaroa. Not 100% positive, but I think that's come to a conclusion. But like I said, I have to check into what's happening with everybody's crowdfunders and seeing, what links I should be promoting and all that jazz. I will say one of the good things is I've been sharing a lot more artwork, and not just Instagram, which I was really focused on just sharing there. But I've taken to sharing also on Twitter and Facebook, and I could tell you it's definitely reaching different people. Even though a lot of similar people are following me everywhere. It's definitely getting seen by a wider audience, so it's definitely worth for me to do that. So that's been going well, and I'm encouraged to get better. Because I have some certain artistic habits that limit what I draw, but it's all style and not enough substance and all that. But I'm not a total idiot. I know where I want to, where I need to improve and take my work and all that. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, that's been going well. It's just focused on what I want this to look like. Okay. Yeah, this should be. It should be groovy once I really get into finishing the inks and production of it all. Ordered some art supplies. Not everything I need. Unfortunately, I still need more money coming in, but I want to see. if I can get into a real habit of streaming, and maybe it's not the best time to stream, by all the graphs and the charts and the people say this is the best time to stream and all that jazz. But I know for me, if I take care of certain things early in the morning, then I feel like, I've accomplished enough, or, like I feel like I've accomplished certain things by midday, and really is a weight off my back for the rest of the day. So I've been thinking maybe streaming, for me and my schedule, like first thing in the morning will do me right. Not necessarily that I'll have the live chat crowd that I do when I stream later, or but we'll see. Yeah, like I said, this I'm going another 10 minutes, maybe a little less. Really just freaking excited about everything that's happening. And that, it may be a while for people out there to notice, but like I am actually getting a little more organized as I go, and I'm sure I'm doing this all on camera, but I'm twirling the page around, I'm making different things. Yeah, one of the things I needed was a new brush. One I got is running a little old. It's not as sharp as it was. I can still, get some good lines out of it, but you could feel when the quality of a brush isn't at its peak. And that's sort of what that is. Boom, boom, boom. All right. What else? Well, I guess I haven't mentioned in one of my streams the recent events over at Warner Bros. How shocking is that? That HBO Max is going to be showing all new movies, starting with Wonder Woman and all into next year. I know there's a number of one I'll die to see, and it'll be great if I just get a subscription to that and watch them at home. With pandemic supposedly in the US, definitely numbers are just getting worse and worse. Once again, I'm focusing. Yeah, so like Wonder Woman is definitely one. Godzilla vs. Kong, big fan of Godzilla from my childhood, as well as Kong. So that I'm freaking excited about that. I hope it's like even half as good as it deserves to be, kind of thing. Matrix 4, I know, is another one. Oh, Dune is another big one. And some movies I never heard of, but I'm sure like if they're mentioning them, that it should be decent. I should show off. Let's see if I can do this. Boop, boop, boop. Before I head out. But I want to thank everybody for coming here to my channel, watching my videos, liking my videos, and subscribing. Here we go. So tonight on Inking with Cuckoo, we'll be working on this piece. As I let it upload, and here we go. So I'm going to blue line this. I already sent it to Enrique. And we'll both be inking the same piece. I kind of just love, like, I was just doing a phone duel or something as I do. And I love the way the hair came out. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Ash, the character created by my brother Jimmy Palmiotti and Joe Quesada, and the character that I named. Wasn't intentional. It was just, you know, I was kind of in the groove, kind of feeling a little Mark Silvestri line work. Some could say, you know, Jim Lee or Mike Golden. Even Mike Golden is like supposedly what inspired the style of a lot of the Image guys initially, and you could see it in Mike Golden's early work. He had a lot more line stuff going on. And of course, like everybody at Image in the early days was paying, you know, getting ridiculous money for you know, sales were excellent and books were selling really well. So they put a lot, they had the opportunity to put a lot more work into their work, you know, into their pages. Eventually caught up with them, and you know, book schedules were not the greatest over there, but the art was freaking phenomenal and a lot of stuff. Between Mark Silvestri and Jim Lee and Dale Keown came a little later. Travis Sherez, or however you pronounce his name. Lots of phenomenal artwork going on over there. And that inspires me. I'm not sure if it will show up like when I start illustrating retro. Yeah, this first issue is done by Rich Future, a friend of mine, and is getting into painting. So I'll be doing the artwork and probably possibly the coloring. I think by now I'm like sold on myself doing everything, at least on retro. The other books that will follow up and you know, my superhero universe will be by other artists and different styles and different kinds of superhero books, much like, you know, like Captain America is one kind of book and Iron Man is a different kind of book and Hulk is a different kind of book. That's sort of my approach with my characters in my little universe. So I'm excited to really get to work on all that and really punch it up. Oh, another thing, I'm gonna make signs for everything here, so I could just like flip through them or have them run before I even show up. But I've been doing extra stuff on my Patreon. If you're not already a Patreon supporter, please go over to the, you know, the link is below. Become a Patreon supporter, as little as $1, but you can also do it for $5. If you do it for $5, then you pretty much see every post I do over there. And a lot of the recent one posts have been at the $5 level. If you're really interested, there's a $10 level where you can, you know, sort of get a live a personal live stream with me. And if you want me to look over your portfolio or your comic book and give you feedback on it, that's the best way to do that. Share my time and my insights and experience and all that jazz. And we got somebody here. Salazar Art Nation says retro is a different kind of book. No, he says Captain Courage is a different kind of book. He's always spouting his own promotional tour. Welcome, Frank. I'm out of here actually soon because let me share it again. Because this is going on. There's a live stream, and it's going to be on CreatorCon event on their Facebook page and also on their YouTube page, talking about Legendary Illustrations. The gang that Philip Russet is now the art rep for, me included, and he'll be talking about all the artists and also showing off a lot of the artwork he's selling. Some he hasn't shared of mine before prior to the stream at 1. Hey, Peter. Hey, Frank. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I want to go watch that stream as he does it. Make sure he's ripping me as best he can, of course. Because if he makes me money, then he makes himself money. But he's an incredible guy. He's a convention promoter, host, whatever you call it, is now diving into being an art rep. And it seems to be, really sparking the interest of a lot of people, and doing well for only being a week old. And it will only get better and better. And yeah, there's already possibilities of me getting better work coming my way, which helps out all my endeavors. So I want to go check that out. So I hope all of you will be there. But if you're watching this later, then you can always check that show out later as well. But I will be live tonight at 8 p.m. on Instagram on Enrique Lopez's live IG channel. So it's been a long time since I've done one of those. So I hope it all works out, and really excited to be working on some art while we chat and dive into conversations about art and comics and all that jazz. And my brain's going to explode. I'm so excited. So yeah, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out my channel, checking out my videos. Please comment below the video for free retro artwork after the show. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell notification. And I'll be back again tomorrow. I'm going to try to do this at least 5 days weekly. So during the week. Oh, we have one last greeter. It's Doug. Hey, Doug. Good morning. Good noon. Welcome. Yeah. So I'm heading out. Going to check out that Phil